Why did he choose to cheat on me after everything? After all my time wasted? I don't think I will ever forgive him. Never! I will just gather all the evidence I need and then leave this marriage.
There are three types of people in every love story. The one who loves, the one who is loved, and the one who waits silently in the shadows. This is the story no one saw coming, because no one ever notices the silent third. Ada had the kind of life people prayed for: a loving husband, a beautiful home, and a marriage that looked perfect from the outside. But perfection is often just a well-decorated lie. Her husband, Tond, was everything she thought she wanted: calm, responsible, loyal. At least, that's what she believed. Until the night everything changed. It started with a message. Not loud, not dramatic. Just a simple notification that lit up Tond's phone. Ada wasn't snooping. She wasn't suspicious. She was just curious. The screen read, "I miss you." No name. Just those 3 words. But sometimes, 3 words are enough to destroy everything. Ada laughed it off at first. It's probably work, she told herself. Or a wrong number. Because when your heart isn't ready for the truth, it creates excuses. Days passed. But something shifted. Tond started coming home late, smiling at his phone, laughing quietly when no one was watching. And Ada began to feel it. That invisible presence. Like someone else was in the room with them. Watching. Listening. Waiting. Then came the dinner. The night Ada finally met her. Her name was Naya. Soft-spoken. Beautiful in a quiet, dangerous way. The kind of woman who doesn't try too hard. Because she doesn't have to. Tond introduced her casually. "This is Naya. My colleague." Ada smiled. Naya smiled back. But behind that smile, there was something else. Something cold. Something calculating. Something patient. From that moment, everything changed. Naya started visiting more often. At first, it felt normal. Friendly. Harmless. But slowly, she became part of everything. She laughed at Tond's jokes. Finished his sentences. Knew things she shouldn't know. And Ada noticed. Oh, she noticed. But she couldn't prove anything. Because Naya was careful. Too careful. The silent third never makes noise. She doesn't fight. She doesn't compete. She simply waits. Weeks turned into months. And Ada began to disappear in her own marriage. Conversations grew shorter. Touches became colder. Love turned into routine. And Tond changed. One night, Ada couldn't take it anymore. She picked up his phone. Her hands trembling. Her heart racing. And this time, she didn't look away. Messages. Pictures. Late night conversations. Secrets. So many secrets. And there it was. The truth she had been avoiding. Tond wasn't just talking to Naya. He was in love with her. Ada's world didn't shatter. It didn't explode. It simply went silent. Because sometimes, the deepest pain doesn't scream. It whispers. The next morning, Ada acted normal. She smiled. Cooked breakfast. Kissed Tond goodbye. And said nothing. Because she had made a decision. If there was a silent third in her marriage, then she would become something worse. She would become the storm. Ada started watching. Just like Naya. She paid attention. To every glance. Every lie. every moment. She followed the patterns, learned the secrets, and slowly, she began to understand something terrifying. Naya wasn't trying to steal Tond. She had already taken him. A long time ago. This wasn't an affair. This was a plan. One evening, Ede followed Tond. Her heart pounding. Her mind racing. He didn't go to work. He didn't go to a meeting. He went to Naya. Ada stood outside the door. Listening. And what she heard changed everything. I'm tired of hiding, Naya said. Then leave her, Tond replied. It's not that simple. It is, she said softly. Unless you still love her. Silence. Long. Heavy. Painful silence. And in that silence, Ada got her answer. She walked away that night. But not broken. Not defeated. No. Ada walked away with something new. Clarity. The next few days were quiet. Too quiet. Tond noticed. Is everything okay? He asked. Ada smiled. Yes, she said. I've never been better. And that was the beginning of the end. Because while Tond and Naya were planning their future, Ada was planning something else. The truth. Ada gathered everything. Messages. Recordings. Proof. Every lie. Every betrayal. Every secret. And then, she invited them both to dinner. The table was set beautifully. Candles. Wine. Soft music. It looked like a celebration. But it wasn't. It was a revelation. Tond arrived first. Nervous. Confused. Naya came shortly after. Calm. Unbothered. Still playing the silent third. They sat down. And Ada smiled. The same gentle smile they had always known. But this time, it meant something different. I have something to show you, she said. She pressed play. Voices filled the room. Secrets echoed. Truth unfolded. And silence finally broke. Tond froze. Naya's expression didn't change. But her eyes betrayed her. You planned this, Ada said quietly. Looking at Naya. From the beginning. Naya leaned back. And for the first time, she smiled honestly. Yes, she said. The room went cold. I've always been the silent third, Naya continued. In every story. Every relationship. But not this time. Ada stared at her. Unblinking. Unshaken. You took him, Ada said. Naya shook her head slowly. No, she replied. I gave him a choice. Silence. And then Ada laughed. Not out of pain. But out of realization. Then you can have him, she said. Tond looked up. Shocked. Ada. I don't want a man who needed a choice, she continued. Her voice steady. Powerful. Free. And just like that, it was over. Not with tears. Not with begging. But with truth. Ada stood up. Walked away. And never looked back. Because the silent third only wins. When you don't know she's there. But once you see her, the story changes. And sometimes, the real power is walking away.